But the suspension will not be lifted unless I delete the hateful tweet in question, and I would rather die than do that.
What the fuck, bruh? Yo, what the fuck, bruh? He's ready to die over it. Bruh, come on. Bruh, this is boomers who take technology too seriously, bruh. Anyway, guys, on a more lighthearted note, I want to show this to you because this is funny, okay? And so check this out. So Jordan Peterson, he got banned from Twitter. Now, before I say anything, I am against Jordan Peterson getting banned. I think it's fucking stupid that he got banned. But I can also appreciate the KEKW of the like a 15-minute video where he's commenting on it, and I just want to react to it. Okay, I did. So to be clear, I already watched this. I don't know if that ruins the magic, but I'm gonna watch it again with you guys this time because I want you guys to. I don't know. I want to talk about it. So check this out.
Hello, everyone. A few days ago, I penned an irritated tweet in response to one of the latest happenings on the increasingly heated culture war front.
Yo, let me tell you guys something. The reason people like Jordan Peterson is that in some ways he's a badass. Let's be honest. He is literally the school teacher who's rebelling against the principal. That's what he is. Yeah, he's a corny square, whatever. But like, he's just this rebellious old man. He just, he don't want none of it. This is the dude. This is the dude at Arby's complaining. This is the dude at Arby's who's sitting, and everyone's like, yo, leave Arby's. You're not allowed to loiter. He's like, no, as a citizen, it is my right to stay in the Arby's, and I will exquisitely explain through Nietzsche why. There's something so charming about it, right? So anyway, let's continue.
In response to the decision of an actor named Ellen Elliott Page, I am employing this awkward and impossible naming style because it is now apparently mandatory and am probably doing it wrong.
I love him so much, dude. The reason, bro, like, okay, the common man would just say that's fucking stupid, right? But Jordan Peterson, he's like an extremely elaborate, like, I do not understand the ethical It's so, bro, I understand why people like him. I swear I do.
Nonetheless, as you're doing it wrong is the whole point of what is being made mandatory. But also, I'm trying to make a point. I've essentially been banned from Twitter.
I swear to God, if I ever get banned from anything, I'm making a video like this. I swear. Bruh, I have never thought of doing this ever. I've never been banned and thought of making a video like this ever.
As a consequence.
Got banned, and of all places, Twitter. Bruh, you can't tweet anymore. You're gonna make a whole... Bruh, it's so dramatic. It is so dramatic. For Twitter, it's very dramatic. Like, do you know how many people get banned from Twitter and just never speak about it again?
Say ban.
But that's why you gotta love him, you know? It's so charming. He's a great character.
Although technically...
Yeah, I'll have the same background setup and everything.
I have been suspended. But the suspension will not be lifted unless I delete the hateful tweet in question, and I would rather die than do that.
What the fuck, bruh? Yo, what the fuck, bruh? He's ready to die over it. Bruh, come on. Bruh, this is boomers who take technology too seriously, bruh. Bruh, it's like, you know how many emails I get of like boomers who are like, hi, Hayes, I went on your YouTube channel and I see there's a button asking me to like the video. But how does one define liking a video? For one to like a video is like they overthink everything. they overthink, like this is literally a Twitter bot automated system. And this motherfucker's ready to die over it. It's literally, dude, Jordan, it's literally a bot. You're talking to a robot.
And hopefully it will not come to that, although who the hell knows in these increasingly strange days. What was it that I said that caused such a fuss? And that fuss is just beginning. And even more importantly and complexly, what exactly was it that I said that resulted in the ban? Here's the tweet in question. Remember when Pride...
I read his first book. It was actually good, and not political. Smiley face.
Thank you, Gala. Appreciate you so much.
was a sin? And Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. Then a link to a story that detailed out the happenings. The response from Twitter, quote, violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten...
Bruh, it's a bot. Bruh, why are you arguing with it? It's literally a bot. It's literally automated.
Or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease.
He's such a badass for doing this video, I swear to God. I would Bruh, he has the courage, I don't. When Twitter does this to me, I just assume like, oh, it's Chinatown, get over it. There's nothing you could do. Forget it, it's Chinatown. You can't beat the bots. This dude, he's standing up.
By clicking delete, you acknowledge that your tweet violated the Twitter rules. Delete. If you think we've made a mistake, submit an appeal to us. Please note that should you do so...
He really...
Can we watch Peterson crying about that awful guitar riff again? That's the funniest crap ever.
Yo, thank you, Morlock. I forgot about that. That was fucking hilarious. Bro, he read the whole thing. I never read that shit. You think I read my whole Twitch email? I don't read all that. I just say, okay, they banned me. I don't read it all word for word, including the fucking automated shit.
Your account will remain locked while we review your appeal. Let's take this...
See, I feel like he was manic or took drugs before he made this, because he can never return to Twitter now. Because if he ever returns, he's admitting to the world he deleted the tweet. You just said you would rather die. So you have literally exiled yourself from Twitter for life. You will never be back. And I think that's stupid. Career-wise, that's so stupid. Like, dude, just delete the tweet. It's not deep. Dude, you don't... Bro, it's not a fair world. Just delete it. It's stupid. You're not making a statement, okay? If I were to delete the tweet, I would be admitting... You wouldn't be admitting anything. We all know it's bullshit. Nobody thinks you're compromising anything. It's literally bots. It's robots.
Apart.
Dude, I hate people like this. I mean, I don't hate them, but like I hate this idea that, bro, this is like a Karen mentality where you think you're in charge. I will not follow this law. No, you have to follow the law because you're going to jail otherwise. No, I mean, no one's saying it's fair. Nobody's saying it's just, but you don't follow rules in this world because they're just. You do it because you have to. Yeah, I get at a collective level, at one point we have to assert our liberty and shit. Yeah, but at an individual level, bruh, you think I go to Kmart wearing a shirt because I respect the rules? No, I have to. Otherwise they're gonna kick me out. If it was up to me, I would be shirtless everywhere I go. I would never wear shirts, especially in the summer, but I have to. Okay? That's the rules. You gotta follow the rules. Or else, I mean, you don't have the... We're not gonna take on Twitter. I mean, are we? How much views did this get? Yeah, it's got nearly 1 million views. That's not enough to take on Twitter. They don't give a fuck. They got rid of Trump. They can get rid of anyone. You know? I mean, look, I wish this would start a movement of people. Somehow we're gonna, take down Twitter. It's not gonna happen. Okay, you gotta follow the rules. You gotta delete the tweet. You don't have to agree with the rule, but if you want to keep tweeting on Twitter, you gotta follow the rules, right?
First, it is clearly the case that I did not promote violence against or threaten anyone with my missive. So that leaves the arguably lesser sin of harass.
Bro, you know who this was? This was literally me in elementary school arguing with a teacher who's like confronting me with something some kid accused me of. Some kid tattletale on me. Hans pushed me on the ground and punched me. I did not. Just like his same facial expression. I did not punch anyone. I did not do any of that. This is literally a whole vibe. This was literally my vibe in elementary school. No joke.
Let's assume, since I wasn't informed, that that was the crime. And further, harassment on the basis of so-called gender identity, since Twitter did not.
It is kind of funny that Twitter is private. No, I get it's a bullshit argument because I know it's a public square. I get that. And I want it to be nationalized and have First Amendment rights. But it's kind of funny like a grown man is making a video like this. When you consider how like silly the tweet was, it's funny. Like, bruh, you're a grown man, bruh. Log off. You're a grown-ass man, dude. And you look, I'm gonna get to this. But the reason it triggered me a little is because it's like, Jordan, me and Jackson get deplatformed for real reasons. Why don't you come out and support? Bro, there's journalists who are getting censored, man. Getting their PayPal swiped, got our Twitches swiped. Jackson got banned from YouTube for 7 days. And Jordan, Jackson's a real journalist who's just telling the truth about a serious event. You got fucking banned for some dumb shit about Elliot. I don't know what their fucking name is. Elliot or Ellen Page, whatever the fuck they go by. I don't even know. You got swiped for that, dude. That doesn't mean anything. We actually get deplatformed for telling the truth about real world events. World War III, dude. Sorry, this dumb transgender controversy, it's not as important as World War III. And we're getting censored for that, dude. When are you going to stand up for us? We're actually real journalists who get censored for real reasons. We don't get censored because, like, we said slurs or, dead named someone or whatever. Yeah, I get it's stupid to ban people for that, but it's like, bro, we get banned for real reasons. This is actually serious shit. This is nothing, dude. Imagine if, bro, I want to make a video like this over with a Twitch ban, Because that was actually serious. What? How am I a Russian propagandist? I'm a Russian propagandist. I'm an American citizen who's giving my in the Russian perspective on the war, and you're getting ban me for that? That's not allowed. How do you determine the truth, right? That's a serious thing, That's like real censorship. This is a soft form. This is what I'm trying to say, right? This shit is a soft form of censorship where they're basically banning people in the name of, hey, you have to be nice and you can't be rude. And so that's a soft form of censorship. But when me and Jackson get deplatformed for telling the truth about war, that's hard censorship. That's what you call a hard form of censorship, where they're literally just openly saying, yeah, we're going to ban you because you have the wrong ideology and you're reporting facts that conflict with our ideological goals, so we're going to just ban you. And it's like explicit, That's hard censorship. This is soft censorship. I'm sorry.
Do me the favor of actually specifying my crime, and there are many possibilities on that front. We unfortunately have to guess at why this has occurred, and that's actually a big problem in and of itself, and also indicative of the utter carelessness of the Twitter organization with regard to the propriety of its own censorial actions. I should at least know exactly what I did wrong if I am required to acknowledge that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. What rules, you sons of bitches?
Oh my god. That's the second time, and it's still funny. Oh my god. Oh. Uh.
Exactly. Precisely. Because such things matter when the accusations start flying.
And we're one step away from the Stalinist gulags. As I have known, once the accusations start flying, we're one step away from the gulags.
So what did I say that might constitute harassment? Well, many things, hypothetically. Let's begin with, remember when pride was a sin?
By the way, I'm ultimately on his side when it comes to that. I'm just letting you know. In case anyone's not, it's not clear, I am on his side on this. I do agree they're sons of bitches. I think this video is based. I think, and I think he got banned wrongly. But especially, this is art. This is art. I like this. I like it. I'm not even being smug or anything. Like, I genuinely think this brightens the world somehow. I approve of this video. I approve of it.
So that is merely a factual statement, because under the old rules applicable even a decade ago, pride was a sin and had been recognized as perhaps the cardinal sin for thousands of years previously.
This is the most badass thing he's ever done in his life. He made an entire 15-minute video with a professional background about getting suspended on Twitter. That is the most badass thing he's ever done. Not gonna lie.
It still might be regarded as unacceptable to the woke authoritarian moralists who now insist, for example, that we celebrate Pride Month, not hour or day or week, but month.
Yeah, you ever notice that? Do y'all notice that? An entire month. No, that's real. That's real shit. An entire month? Dude, that reminds me of, when my friends, I don't know if my friends, growing up, they're like, bro, why is it always Ramadan? Y'all get whole months, holy months? Chill. We got Christmas and we got Easter and, those are days. Y'all got whole months? Dramatic much? Okay, well, that's a holy month, but for LGBT people get an entire fucking month? Get the fuck out of here, man. An entire month? How is that reasonable?
And to have literally called it Pride Month instead of LGBT plus month or whatever else.
And then here's what fucking kills me. So many of these people complain that it's not enough. After July 1st, corporations, stop. Well, what do you want to be fucking Pride Day every fucking day of the year? You want Pride Year every year? What do you want? You get an entire fucking month just dedicated to your sexuality. Narcissism much? An entire month. And you're complaining that it's not longer than it is? That's what pisses me off, man.
Else alphabet acronym which is currently insisted upon as the only acceptable enlightened terminology. I don't regard pride as a virtue. It has been classically regarded as a sin. I don't see that sexual orientation or sexual desire of any sort is something to celebrate or to take
I agree with this fully. I agree with this.
Pride in. And so what I said was merely a fact. Now, it's possible that I hurt someone's feelings because I pointed out that pride goes before, for example, a fall, but I don't care about that, would do it again. And also consider it my duty to warn those who are about to fall into a pit that the path they are on leads suddenly downhill. But that was probably not the reason that I was banned from Twitter, although, as I said, I am in the position of having to guess. Next phrase to interrogate. And Ellen Page. Now, why did I stop there? Because in all likelihood, it was this seemingly innocuous phrase, including the name of a well-known actress, there I'm in trouble again, that likely resulted in my ban. I committed the fatal crime of what has come to be known in the appalling sensorial
Oh, they transitioned? I just looked them up. I know who that was. I did not know they transitioned. What the fuck?
terminology of the insane activists as dead naming, which is the act of referring to someone who has transitioned, another hated piece of jargon and slogan, by the name and by the inference, the gender, really the sex, that everyone knew them by previously, and in the case of Ellen/Elliot, that millions of people recognized and knew. So I should have either called him, her, they, Elliot, instead of Ellen.
This is the part where this is math that confuses my brain, and he lost me here. I don't understand it. It's too complicated.
Although, as we will discover, that would have made it impossible for me to say what I wanted to and need to say in the remaining phrases. Not that such a problem would bother those who are objecting.
This is what I don't even know what happened. Like, did they transition from male to female or female? I don't even know, because he made it really complicated for me.
To my speech in the first place. The next phrase is, just had her breasts removed. This bit suffers from a very similar problem. I employed the forbidden pronoun her when Elliot, Ellen, is now to be regarded as a he or else. But there's a conundrum here, to say the least, and not just for me, although I have been banned.
He's saying this, bro. Bro, just say you don't believe in. Just say you don't believe in it. Don't say it's like a conundrum. It's not. Don't call it a conundrum, bro. Just say you don't. Oh, I love this dude.
Because of it, was Elliot/Ellen a she or a he, or Ellen or Elliot, when she or he or they, that's Elliot or Ellen, by the way.
He lost me, bro. I don't understand this shit.
Had his or her or their breasts removed.
You know what? He's right.
If he or she was a
he proved it. He's right. It's so complicated. I don't get it. I don't even know what he's saying.
Then why was it necessary to have the mastectomy? And how could those I am writing to make sense of what I was saying if it was his breasts that were removed? Were those male breasts or female breasts that were removed?
Bro, this actually confused my brain. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? I'm getting a headache.
If they were male breasts, then why were they removed? If they were female breasts and had therefore become objectionable to the degree that surgery...
Bro, I don't mean to, argue back. I don't give a shit, right? You know I don't care. But I think they would say... I don't know what happened, right? I think they would say it's cosmetic. It's just cosmetic. I just want to look more like the gender. Because they think, because gender and sex are apparently completely unrelated. So they're like, just want to look more like the gender and it's just cosmetic. I think he's overdoing it. I think he's overcomplicating it.
Generally reserved.
I think they're trying to say it's cosmetic to look more like the gender they feel they are. I think that's what it is, right?
Cancer treatment was required, was morally obligatory, then wasn't Elliot still Ellen and he still she? How could I possibly...
Can someone tell, okay, what happened? Is it male to female or female to male? What is the Elliot? Who's the Ellen? What is fucking going on?
We have written that sentence in any sensible manner whatsoever, while simultaneously making my point understandably and not breaking Twitter rules against...
Female to male. Okay, I got it. So that they go by Elliot now. Okay.
So-called hateful conduct. And Elliot Page just had his breasts removed? Was he Elliot then? When exactly? Exactly. He was definitely Ellen at some point in the past.
Right, I feel like I could argue with this, right? I'm a lawyer, so I just play the devil's advocate. I could be like a trans movement lawyer, and I'll just be like, well, actually, technically, they are Elliot as soon as they publicly decide that is what they want to go by. So the minute they told the public that this is what they want to go by, that is when they are Elliot. I'm pretty sure that would be it, right?
or so indicate all his, her, them, their film credits. Will all those have to be
Yeah, he's not making a good argument. He's just not.
reshot since they employed the hated dead name?
Overall, I agree he shouldn't be banned, and I like how he's going against Twitter. But ultimately, I don't think it's a good argument. I just don't.
That doesn't exist, by the way, that dead name category, except in the sensorial and addled minds of a tiny fraction of insanely narcissistic and increasingly dangerous trans activists. When precisely was it incumbent on me to switch my terminology in regard to Elliot/Ellen?
Yeah, this is something I cannot talk about. I'll zip my lips.
So that I was not engaging in hateful conduct. And how can I describe the fact that someone who was once a woman, and really still is, had her breasts cut off because she, he, they, their, them had fallen prey to a viciously harmful fad without using the appropriate sex-linked pronoun and the real name of the real person to whom this was real?
Fucking retards in my chat, mentally retarded people. These people just roam around the internet and fuck shit up for everybody because they're mentally yeah, thank you for getting that person. Get them out of here. Get that fucking person out of here. Fucking mental stupid fuck.
Really done with his, her, their voluntary but unfortunate acquiescence. And so it was impossible to communicate what had happened to my audience without apparently running afoul of the impossible and absurd rules that now hypothetically govern morality itself in the days of the degenerated postmodern and Marxist ethos that we must still, no matter how impossible it is, abide by or else. And you might object, Ellen/Elliot is an adult, 30-something, and fully capable of making up his, her, their own mind about such things, and she, he, they are welcome from the liberal and the libertarian position to go to hell in a handbasket as she, he, they see fit. And fair enough, to some degree. But I don't believe it is either merely picayune or inappropriate to point out that Ellen/Elliot, who is quite a good actor/actress, is also a ritual model for emulation, being a star with all the privileges and, let us point out, the responsibilities that go along with that. So by acquiescing to this surgery and by publicizing it, and by insisting upon the sanctity and the moral virtue of his, her, their new, expensive, dangerous, and medically enhanced identity, and by participating in the whole identity charade, Ellen/Elliot has undoubtedly, with his, her, their so-called courage, and remember the White House itself has tweeted out every indication of believing in the courage of those who transition, enticed many a poor confused adolescent, girl most likely, to blame her emergent pubescent self-consciousness, confusion, and discomfort on being born in the wrong body and believing that the courageous, self-affirming, and morally admirable route is hormonal treatment, sterilization, subjugation to a lifetime of expensive medical complication. How delightfully profitable is that? And misery. And I believe firmly.
Alright, he lost me. I'm not listening. I don't understand. He's just using... I just zoned out. I don't know. I just zoned out. That's all. I thought that was funny.